And this is kind of like different things that I do every day, sometimes a different order, sometimes there's little nuances that I do differently. But the first thing, what I call segmental rolling. And segmental rolling is when you're taking one limb, you're just going to roll it to the side and back. So for example, we'll start with our leg. I'm going to take my left leg, I pick it up, and I just roll it to the side like this.
Okay.
And I can roll it back, I can go all the way over like this. That's segmental rolling. Sometimes it's good to add a little pump like this. And what this is good for, it activates the hips and the lower spine in a really good way. And the idea is just to use my lower body. Notice my upper body's not involved at all.
Yeah.
And it'll come back like this. And then you do the same with the other side. You would do it with the leg straight, bent, and just kind of pump it like this. This is working the side, the hips, the low back, kind of waking up this area in a very gentle way to engage your body. Say this. I kind of go like this, I bend, and so my hip's pretty flexible. And I can come all the way down here. Sometimes I'll go on my side, and you can bend it like this, or use both. Both legs. See what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
This little kind of rocking of the hip.
Yeah.
If you take your legs off the floor, then it becomes more of a core exercise.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you want to assist it first. So whether it's one leg, so if you just like this, it's going to be hard to come up. So go on your side a little bit and move like this. It's just a safe way to rock the body.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you're going to do that, but then we're going to do that right after that, where I don't have to show you again. You're going to do just your arms, just like your legs, and just reach like this. And just reach. So sometimes I can reach all the way over. I come over. I'm not even using my legs. Then use my arms to come back. It's getting my shoulders, but it's actually getting my whole spine too. When I reach like that, and I'm just using my upper body to move me. I'm not using my legs at all. I'm not using my legs at all. They're just going along for the ride. Rocking, you get on your hands and knees, and you can have your feet on your toes or flat, either way, doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's good to do both ways, I think. But you're going to get on your hands and knees, and you're just going to rock back and rock forward. And what this does, it helps engage your wrists, your shoulders, your hips, your knees, and your ankles. So it's a good wake-up call, and it gets everything nice and connected. The more, if I go back, the more I go forward, the harder it is on my wrists. So you may only want to start here, all right? But you just want to rock like this and just get this rocking action connected. It helps if you keep your head upright and what I call looking over the horizon. So you don't want to be down like this. Just keep your head up like that. And you just rock back and forth. Now if this is too hard on your knees, we'll figure out a different way to do it. But it's just doing a baby crawl. I know this may seem silly, but it's actually a powerful thing to connect the hips and the shoulder. Notice when my left leg moves, my right arm moves. So this has to be in sync. This is actually a very powerful way, and I'll show you other ways. If you can do this pretty easy, I'll show you another way to do it.
So it's
Go on your back, and what you're going to do is lie flat. You're going to bring your hands straight up and your legs up. And what you're going to do is, we call this the dead bug.
Okay.
And what you're going to do is move opposite limbs. So my left leg is going to go down, my right arm is going to go down over my head. See what I'm doing?
Yes.
And then I can do the opposite limbs. Then I could make my arm and leg go the same direction.
Okay.
See what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
And then I could do the same side. I can go to the side if I want. But notice I'm keeping my arms, the arms that aren't moving, or feet, stay still. That's one of the goals with this. I'm going to show you this first. Where you're just going to bring your knee down to the mat, Notice I'm keeping this pretty much straight up in the air. I'm not doing this.
Okay.
I mean, you could do this, that's fine, but you'll get more of a stretch the more you keep this upright. So I do it with my butt on the floor, or I lift up. This is called a crab position. By the way, this crab position is another way to do the cross crawl. Instead of crawling like a bear, you crawl with this.
Like a crab, yeah.
So that's another way to kind of work that cross crawl action. Opposite limbs, opposite limbs. So this is, we'll open up the hips. Another thing that I like to do, I'll have you do it in a second, is just go back and forth. So here's another rocking, a good rocking Mexican. Another one for the hips that we're going to do in a sec is what's called a shin box. So I kind of at 90-degree angles, and you just rotate around. Watch, I pick up my legs, and I face the other direction. I rotate around, pick up my legs. So I'm kind of doing a 360 to get back to where I started. So I'll do this most mornings, and then I go back the other way. You don't go all the way around. So it really engages the hips, lower spine. It's a really good exercise. If you stay upright, so a lot of people will have to lean back or use their hands. However you have to do it, that's fine. Don't worry about remembering all this. We'll go over it in a second. The last thing I want to do is where you're going to do this. You're just going to walk up. See if you can walk up into the squat. And then walk back. Just walk back. And see, it's just opening up my hips.